Yeah, man, what's going on, man? We live, BMW, Black Man Working, man. We checking in, man. Hey, watch your mouth, watch your tone, sit back, relax, get you a glass, and enjoy this good conversation, man. Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yes, sir.
Shall we please? We shall. Alright, hey, y'all stay tuned and watch. Hey, all I got to say is just stay attentive, man. Get your phone a second, sit back, relax, and come be refreshed, you heard? Respectfully.
He already did the intro, man. I ain't got to say much. But what it is, what's happening.
What's going on, people?
It's your boy Charlie, and we on that Talk podcast.
For sure.
And I'm rocking out with...
My name is BMW. Black Man Working, of course. I'm very new to the scene, but I just want to be able to make this message resonate in truth. And I might, if it might offend you.
Uh-oh, come on, man. So, new to the scene, but taking up space. I call him Book of Eli because he's walking wisdom. So everything that we talk about today is going to be truth. It's going to be raw. It's going to be facts. And then you can take it and you can do your own research. But everything that we say here should be inspiration. It should be motivation. But most importantly, it should allow you to open up your eyes and see what's always been here so that you can decipher truth from the lies. And that's him, bro. He been doing what he got to do because he been seeing things that ain't been right. But he been making it shake and been making it happen. So I just want to dive into his actual real life story of what he's seen, what he's been through, and then we'll start moving into how he's been navigating his life and paving his own journey and not following the journey of other people.
It's a great introduction, Black Man. Let's get into it.
Oh, we're here, baby.
Let's get into it. Shoot.
So, hey, Mike, where you from?
For the most part, well, I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Let's start there, right? Because I'm from Newark, New Jersey, but I grew up in Georgia. So, small town. I'm talking about the smallest town you can think of in Georgia. Burke County, Georgia. I'm talking about population so damn small. At 12 o'clock, they got a motherfucking gas station. The only thing open is a gas station and motherfucking Huddle House.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest, bro. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, where they call it Brick City, but it ain't nothing pretty about that gritty city, you know? Let's break this shit down.
Okay.
For sure.
So growing up where it ain't much, but you found substance in who you were.
Man, listen, I had to start thinking different because I didn't want to be another result of my environment. Because, I'm not supposed to say this, right? Oh, that gritty city, you know? Let's break this shit down.
Okay.
For sure.
So growing up where it ain't much, but you found substance in who you were.
Man, listen, I had to start thinking different because I didn't want to be another result of my environment. Because, I'm not supposed to say this out loud, but honestly...
Okay, move that thing closer on. Talk about it then, big
Yeah, let me talk about it right quick. Let me get it together right quick. Let me lay it in and get right. Because honestly, most people, they don't talk, they scared to mention what I'm going to say out loud. And what I'm going to say out loud is honestly the truth, and let me tell you why I think like this, because I come from a situation where my brother took my first cousin's life. And that situation made me think rather than react or panic, because something like that isn't common, and everybody around you look at you look at your family, immediate family, and be like, what the hell going on in their household? What the fuck? And I'm looking at this shit nigga, what the fuck going on? And I'm in the motherfucking household too, my nigga. You feel me? So I'm sitting there, motherfucker, this off topic, but it's just a part of what made me have structured discipline, and want exposure. That's part of the reason why I even went to the Navy, if I'm being honest, and I'm thankful that I did that beforehand, but in real time it showed me just have being more forgiving, but taking situations in and not reacting. So now that I've navigated through the situation, because I'm not necessarily healed, because you can't be 100% healed. Who 100% healed? You feel me? But at the same time, I do know that I'm a work in progress. So where I come from is it's just the start of where I'm going.
Okay. It was the roots. So you mentioned that your brother took your cousin's life?
Yeah.
Did y'all grow up in the same house, same street, same?
Me and my brother grew up in the same house for the most part, it was a house family of 7 and 5 kids, two adults. My father got 7 kids, so like, but my brother, he for the most part, he was the oldest son out of all of them. My sister, she the oldest. Her name Neek. She 30 something. She's like 36. My brother under her, he's 30. My other brother is 29, about to be 30. He's about to be the oldest brother, about to be 31 this year. I'm 27. My brother under me is 26. I got a sister that's 21. She'll be 20. No, she's 22.
Okay.
And make a long story short, the other 2 siblings didn't grow in the immediate household with us, but as we all had a close-knit relationship. Like my father made sure that we all talked. So like in essence, like I was making sure that I was being able to like I'm the number 5 out of the bunch. So I'm like kind of in the middle. So I'm the middle child, and my brother, like, he's like the oldest male that was in the house when we was growing up. So he really caught the stuff that we seen what not to do. But at the same time, like, he had misplaced anger because this the same brother that didn't graduate high school, just the same brother that went to jail previously for the same shit with guns and like all the stuff that his life where it all had a root. And I'm trying to figure out where this misplaced anger come from, because we coming from love. I'm coming from this same household situation. I slept in the same beds and shared the same clothes and done ate the same meals and shared the same ass whooping. So I'm like, nigga, what's going on? Yeah. You feel me? Like, this is my brother. I found out my cousin get killed, and then 2 hours later I found out my brother did it, and I'm like, do you know a feeling like that? Like, to sit back and like, you feel me? Like, motherfucker call you like, yo, your brother killed your cousin. Like, what the fuck? I'm saying, like, I'm in awe, and I'm the first person to know this shit. My nigga, I felt compelled to say something like, people go look at me how they want to look at me, because it's my blood brother, it's my first cousin. Like, I'm the first person to know what's going on. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sitting here and I sat for an hour with the information, and I was just like, because I thought about my whole life of, like, when you say how did my life was when I grew up with my brother, I think about that. That was the moment when I reflected back to that moment. Or when you say, like, how did I feel about, like, growing up? Like, that was one of the moments where I felt that moment of, like, just a time lapse, like, what we've been through, what we grew up through, like him, we having structure, we having a father in our life, we having a mother, but we having different mothers, because let me break it make sense. Like, he got him, my oldest brother Tahi and Elo got the same mother and father. We got the same mother, but we all got we share the same father. Me, my youngest brother, and my youngest sister share the same mama. Neek got her own mama, Nasia got her own mama. Her mama died, but at the same time, my mama was the mama that my daddy married. So from there, I'm starting to like kind of piece it up. Like, well, is this the reason? Because like of misplaced anger that make my brother, when it's the same brother that didn't graduate high school, the same brother that went to job corps, the same brother that done caught charges, the same brother that done just like always got an ass whooping, always was in trouble, always just, you know, he was just always the problem child. And I'm like, we all come from this same nest threshold. We all answer to the same dad. We all share the same love. I could be like, yo, 1,000,000 miles away, my daddy like, make sure y'all calling y'all brothers and sisters. It's the real father I got. We ain't come from the most of the lot, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like we had each other. Like, and that's one thing that my father, God rest his soul, always said. So growing up in a household where a man was in the house, and we tolerated him, but we didn't really celebrate him, but we didn't understand it until he died. So now that he has died, it's like we understand what our father was doing as far as like being stern and being the man, and you setting law, and it's like you having kids and you raising boys, and we coming from Jersey, and he take us all the way from Jersey all the way to Georgia intentionally so that we could be able to have a life. Then my brother go and do this with his life. It's like it's mind blowing. Like, my nigga, I come and we fucking see my life. Like, wait till I give these folks some more. Yeah. They're gonna see like what's going on. Like, but we all grew up with an equal opportunity and a choice. And I just see what choice my brother chose.
So y'all had the opportunity for balance because you had your father in the home, but your brother still had a sense of instability because his mother wasn't present in your household?
Yes, and I say that because it's like how through their actions. Like, it's not really a biased opinion. It's me observing behavior. Like, same way my brothers would observe my behavior. If I was a young turned brother that was just on bullshit, that was just shooting everybody or just trying to rob everybody or just on shit, and people hearing about my name in the streets, like, they'd be paying attention to my behavior too. So I'm paying attention to their behavior. Not necessarily saying that they did that. What I'm saying is that I pay attention to their behavior because that's what I'm looking up to. These are my figures. Okay, I got things to look up to. My brothers, my household. I'm looking in the household first before I go outside the household because that's what matters. Then I turn around and look outside. But I got things to look at in the household. But I see these are examples of what to be and what not to be.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, I got the choice then to decipher. Like, okay, I could either be like them or not. But at the same time, like, their mother not being in the picture is the reason, part of the reason why they act the way they act. But I can't hold that against them. I can just only be better. Okay. Because if I fight them with the same energy I fight them, we on the same level. And that's a motherfucking lie. You lying to me? I love my brothers. My nigga, I love me. Shit. I ain't bullshit. Shit, who?
So I feel like a question that people may be wondering is,
yeah, talk to me, man. Break it down, black man.
did you have an opportunity to talk to your brother after everything went down?
Yeah, he called me and like we talked, but it was like I want to say about between 2 to 3 months after, because I had to like take a moment and I had to really like sit with myself because I didn't know how I felt. Like, I love my cousin, like, God rest her soul, but like I still have to have love for my brother and be forgiving and have to show grace and show mercy in this moment because in the fact, like, my brother's still here, my cousin's gone. But like, it's unfortunate, but like, this is the moment where I work the word of being forgiven, right? This is my opportunity, actually, honestly doing that. Because at the same time, people like, oh, your first cousin is kind of third. It's like, you gotta understand how my family looked at that shit. Like, the world looked at that shit. It's my brothers. What's going on in y'all household? You feel me? Like, people. So, and I had to like start standing up and like letting the bravado-ness so the man kick out. Like, y'all got me fucked up. It's individualism. So, and what I do, what he eat, don't make me shit. So, you hold me for my accolades and for what I do and for my knowledge, my information, the people that I impact in my motherfucking life. So I'm coming to now full circle, like having to show people that we are still good people. That's just his choice. So in the midst of me, that's what made me not talk to him because I had to mend so many things that, bridges that was questionable, my family, like, and I had nothing to do with this, but I got the voice. Everybody look at me like I'm the one to be able to change it. So I'm coming with that energy like my daddy ain't here, so I'm coming with that energy. Y'all lying to me, my nigga, and I'm willing to be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'ma stand in wrong. Don't get it wrong, my nigga. I ain't trying to just be heard. Like, but I'm trying to be efficient with what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is the fact that I had to sit with the idea and with the shame and the humiliation and the hurt, pain. My friends from school, like, damn, bro, your brother killed like your cousin. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's so many people calling me about my brother and what he's done. He took a life, I'm gonna say, because for better terms. And you have to, like, you owe a debt to society when you do something like that. So I'm still sitting here thinking like, dang, I'm looking at my cousin videos. I'm like, yo, this cuz was she was somebody that was herself, but just got caught up in the streets and shit. And my thing was, it motivated me. Like, she was the type of person to take a picture with a black eye. Like, you know how many people would be humiliated to do some shit like that? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it fucked me up. Like, I was like, damn, like, energy just was so good, and they just had met, and they met at the wrong moment. It's like, now I sit here, think about it. He went on, like, brother went on a run to do that shit. Then he got caught. Now he calling me, and now I'm feeling bad, but this my brother, this my innate feeling to want to, this my brother, I love my brother. I got the innate feeling to love this nigga. No matter what he did, I got love for him because we've been in a household together, we grew up together. Yeah. So I'm sitting here like, nigga, damn, my nigga, like, that's hard, I'm conflicted, like, but I'm a man, at the end of the day, I gotta make a choice, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so at the same time, like, yeah, like, I love you, but like, I need to take time to think and be able to come at an angle where my family and my immediate family is protected, because everybody is like, it's in a sense where everybody, I felt like everybody was turning their back on us. So I had to shine the light on what mattered. Fuck what y'all feel, fuck how y'all heard. This is individual choices. So when he called and we talked for a good hour, and I would want to say, like, and we just was just conversating, and it was just more so reflecting on like the now, but also the past, and the fact that he had realized what already happened. So it kind of was a weird situation because shit, like I turned my back on a lot of people. Like a lot of people turned their back on me. Like our family and shit. And all before this decision. So I mean, we pushing. Like my head high, my chin up. Like I'm living to tell the story because there's some fact. Like if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to think different. So now that I do think different and I know that it can happen and it can happen to anybody, you, him, anybody. That's why I'm like, just who I am supersedes what I say, and my behavior gonna tell you what I do. So
it sounds like we all know life is precious, and at any moment it can be cut short.
Of course.
And it sounds like your cousin, she was her.
And she was herself. She was like somebody that we used to go steal clothes from cuz in 2009, 2008, 2007. Used to have that shit on, True Religion, all that. Y'all know when people used to have better clothes than you. You used to go to your cousin, the cousin house that got the clothes and got the better life, way of life than you. So you going over there trying to get a little bit. I'm a pole nigga, baby. I'm PNB, baby. Watch out now. Watch your mouth. Watch your tone when you talking to me. I'm PNB, I'm pole nigga baby, so of course I'm doing pole nigga shit. Coming to take some clothes, I might take an old phone, I might do this because we don't have this. We coming back to Georgia where ain't none of this shit. Y'all living in Jersey where everything going, y'all get on a bus, y'all get on a train, y'all can do this. We've been stripped from all of that.
Yeah.
So now I'm in Georgia where it's dirt roads and no shoes and ants and bugs, and I'm not saying that it was a bad thing, I'm just saying who I am as a person, which is a city guy. I'm not a city boy, I'm a city guy. And the fact that I wasn't able to live that life, I'm thankful for where I am, but the anxiousness of still wanting to live that life is still there.
Okay.
So when we used to go to Jersey, she even came to Georgia and lived with us for a moment just to get her life together. But the simple fact that this was a cousin that everybody loved because she wasn't biased. Her mama got into some shit with my father, and she didn't get on her mama's side. She stayed in the middle. When shit was going on in the family, she always stayed in the middle. When it was like this is somebody that you could see, they always smile, the energy always coming, their presence is always welcoming. And she liked women, of course. She liked what she liked. She liked them hoes, come in with them hoes. We looking young, with that nigga dick and that water dick, man, I'm coming young. Looking, I'm like, man, boy, she got some hoes like mother. So it made me feel like, okay, I got some handsome family members like, hey, women. I ain't know what it was then. I couldn't recognize what her preference was, but it didn't matter. My nigga just was love. It was that. It was you. This your cousins, our first cousin. So we all grew up in the house. We come to my grandmother's house. That's the beacon where everybody come. Grandmother's house, cousins, everybody. Like everybody can relate to that. But just the older cousin that Jersey. That's when Jersey Club, and they had the teen clubs and. They going to the teen club. We looking up to what they doing. These people, we looking up to what they doing. So for you to abruptly be took out my life, it's like, nigga, I looked up to you. Like, you used to be calling me, trying to move where I'm at in Georgia, trying to move where I'm at in Virginia. She used to call me, get on live and talk to me on live, like just talking, like showing me new jobs and shit. Like she really took time to invest and ensure that she made sure I knew what was going on in her life, no matter if I cared or not. Call me, I call, yo, B, I was thinking about you. I been talking for a long time, like, so that shit hurt, like, hell yeah, like, it's my brother. I love my brother, but it's my cousin, my nigga, like, shit different, like.
And this was after your father had passed?
Yeah, this was literally last year, 2025.
So 3 instances of grief within the same time.
Like that. Father, cousin, then like my little cousin had some shit. He just got killed last year too, because he was trying to be in the streets and trying to get back for this shit. So it'd be like a never-ending perpetual cycle of like just death. Like I want to say it happened last year. I want to say it happened 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Either 2024 or 2025. It's been like time has just passed. My mind is not even like really grasped the shit for real.
Yeah.
Cause my brother, like, I ain't heard a verdict, I ain't heard nothing about his case and nothing. Like, we really, like, when we talk on the phone, we not really talking about nothing. So that's why we want to talk to him, like, cause you like kind of living in the past, like, you're not really, like, I feel like you're not walking in the sorrow or the redemption that you should be. And how I feel don't really matter, because I'm coming to you like, nigga, you need to be fucking reading. You and this bitch doing all this shit. You trying to talk to me and trying to get some money from me, my nigga. Like, don't make me throw the motherfucking hat off and tell you what it is, my nigga, because you tripping right now. Like, if my father was here, nigga, he'd smack, like, I don't know, my father probably smacked the shit out that nigga, like, he tripping, like, so I be having to come at him with that daddy energy, because I'm like, bro, you're not gonna hear from nobody else but me, and you got to you respect me at this level. So if I tell you this, you respect it. So, because I want you to think about what you've done. You took our first cousin, like, it's just crazy.
What do you feel like? 3 instances, I think you named 4.
Yeah.
All that grief in 1 year where you had to stand up for yourself, you had to stand up for your family, stand up for the integrity of your family.
Okay.
After all this took place, what do you feel like you had to do for yourself to help make a change for your life, so that you didn't follow the same path or end up in either one of the situations? What changed for you?
Honestly speaking, I had to think different. What I mean by that is, like, take myself out the fact of the situation, but put myself in third person position. So meaning, like, okay, I am in this situation, but I'm not going through it. I'm getting through it. So I'm kind of third person. I am in the situation itself, but mentally I'm outside of it. Although I may physically be in it, mentally I'm out of it. So, for instance, like with my brother, like, I had to take moments, like with my brother, my cousin, everybody like that has been lost, so like where they're no longer accessible or here or at the point of that I want them to be. I had to take a moment and really like sit with myself. Cause I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I just healed and 100%. That's a fucking lie. Like, it's a lie. Yeah. Like, what I sat and did was sat with myself. I've learned the things that I do like. I've started to have more better hobbies. I like to listen to music that make me dance. I like to read a little bit more. I like to get drunk. Sometimes get high off that Bojangles, sleep like a motherfucker. But like, I still wake up every day and meet new people. I still wake up every day and touch and brush shoulders and take up space. Because at the end of the day, like, I had the worst thing happen to me. My father, that happened to me. My brother. So it's like dealing with those situations really helped me learn to gauge people more, know how to be a little bit more graceful, know how to be a little bit more understanding and come at people at a different angle. Because when I come at people with a different angle, I get a better result of how my day ends. Because I have to deal with people. Everybody has to deal with people. Everybody has to deal with people from start to finish. You gotta go to work, you gotta do this, you gotta go to school, you gotta do like, you gotta deal with people regardless. So you have to learn how to make people that you deal with make your day better or make it better on you and make it. Because I'm going through so much hardship. Everybody see me, I always smile, I'm always having a good time, always this, but I'm really going through some real shit right now, and I'm still learning how to keep a smile on my face when I'm going through some real shit. Like, my family sitting here, and I'm like, yo, y'all don't understand. Like, I just sat here and just went through the most craziest shit, and I'm still smiling, and people looking at me like, calling me, still trying to extract conversation, this essence, understanding. They trying to get a wisdom, they trying to be able to. I'm still being that staple in my life, but I'm going through some serious shit, family shit, that I can't, like, come to my friends because they don't, like, how I value my family might be different. You might give different than how I do. So I'm sitting here looking at it strictly like, well, you might love your family, but how I love my family, I had to sit time and just think, because you can't give me the answer to what I'm dealing with. And right now, I don't even have my own answer. So I was just learning to do things that made me feel better as a man, that brought the best out of me, if I'm being honest, like, because I'm dealing with this stuff, but like, I can get through it. Losing my father was the worst thing. I got through it, but I overcame it. Yeah. Through trying, through bringing the best of me, because he's brought, life is funny how it gives you lessons, and that's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna learn your lessons when you're supposed to. And I didn't know what a man was until he died. Now that I do know, but I learned the lessons randomly at the most 5, 6, 7, 8 years later. It's like, it'd be well worth it. It'd be recharging. So when I'm sitting here going through the shit with my brother, I'm like, damn, bro, I already kind of went through the worst shit. Pops, yeah. You turn around and do this shit. So it's like, now we just learning how to really navigate, trying to keep the family name clean, trying to make sure we still looking good, everybody respecting around this motherfucker. You know, we got to have some nation going on. Nigga nation, my nigga. Come on now. I'm gonna make sure we can talk, we can go from this side to this side, but I got to make sure everything is balanced. Yeah. I got to do it because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Nobody else gonna step up to it. You know how everybody be. Everybody step up when the tab already paid for. That's why the sections be full. But they don't be full when the conversation gotta get started. Let's break that shit down.
Alright. So it sounds like the pain seeded you to live, which you had to really focus on your mental health, your physical health, who you are, where you're going, what you've been doing.
Absolutely.
Who were you as a person before your father and before what happened with your brother and cousin?
I was honestly learning that, which is what led me to like the Navy, because like I was myself. Like first and foremost, I've always been myself. Since a kid, I got videos from 10 years ago when I was being myself. But at the same time, like with me being myself, I'm learning what power I have in being myself, because it's being yourself, but then you learning the power you have in being yourself, which is what I'm learning now.
Yeah.
So before my father, before all that, like I was just a product of honestly being like myself, like borderline myself, but indoctrinated. Because you gotta think about it, like if I'm under somebody else's regulation and authority, then I'm indoctrinated and I am bound to those rules.
That's it.
So I can't really, what I say or do doesn't supersede what's going on in my reality.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was a great dad, so again, he was tolerated, not celebrated. I didn't know how to receive what he was putting down to after he died, but he had to literally be firm with it. So with me receiving the things that I did the way that I did, I wasn't able to receive what he was really putting down in that moment, and which led me to be like, almost like, it's like I was indoctrinated, but like I had a mind for myself, but I didn't really, I just wanted to make him proud instead of making me proud, which would have made him proud, right?
Yeah.
So in essence, like, I was just learning myself, really going to school, smoking, like just dealing with girls and chicks, but always making people laugh, always bringing the best out of people, always dancing, always having a good time when it's nothing, always making sure that like I'm not thinking that I can't and knowing that I can't, even when the situation doesn't look like it. And that's truly who I was. I was myself. I was Elijah at that moment. But then I turned up with more pizzle. Shit, got a little money, got a little status. Shit, them hoes started chirping. Shit, boy, who? Start smelling myself. Pull that lasso out. Pull you in, it's over. It's crazy. Let's break this shit down. Why I do like this? It's alright now. I really just was myself though. To answer that question, like I was myself wholeheartedly. Like, and that was a great thing to honestly read, because the fact that I didn't have that much responsibility, I was able to enjoy the freedom of life. No kids, still don't have kids, still got the freedoms, but the responsibility is here now. So I'm okay with wearing what I wear now, because I enjoyed those moments then.
You mentioned like feeling indoctrinated because you have authority over you, your parents, your guidance, your counselor, your chaperone.
Okay.
And you said that there's some life lessons that didn't really hit until after you transitioned. What are like some sayings or some teachings or guidances that he gave you that you still think of often to this day?
Well, my dad, number one thing he's always said, don't never be a follower, always be a leader. And that was one thing that he literally installed in our head. He was like, and don't be nobody's stunt dummy. Like he used to always say that shit, like, but we used to always see that word being worked through my brothers and what we do to each other or what we get in trouble for. My brother tell us to go do this and then we get in trouble for some shit that he told us to do. Like, stop being somebody's stunt dummy.
Yeah.
You, like, be a follower. Like, be a leader, don't be a follower. Like, you following your brother, he sat here and led you to an ass whooping. So I ain't letting no niggas lead me to no more graves. They gotta lead me to some money. Or they lying to me, I'm calling that shit out. You feel me? Cause shit, my dad, man, he just, oh man, don't never be a follower, always be a leader. Fucking, about being a crash dummy. Like, don't be nobody crash dummy, like, I remember one time my dad told me, like, he was like, it's gonna be alright, it's gonna be okay, like, he hugged me and I was crying because, like, I felt like honestly, I was hurt, but it was like he reassured me in that moment. Like, I've never had that shit happen. This is probably when I was like 16, 17, probably 18. Where, like, I probably like 18, 19, because I was just coming out really the Navy or some shit, and he was like, I was like stressing because I had just got out the Navy, and I'm like, I thought I was gonna struggle, and I just started crying in front of the, like, right in front of the table. Like, my mother and them was right there. He just came and just hugged me, like, "You'll be alright," like, and that shit, like, I that's when I knew at that moment. Then I was like, this is what it feel like to have a man in your life. That's when I knew it was moment. It was necessary. That's when I knew, but it was already too late because that was the same year he died. So like, he's told me so many things where the word has been worked either by myself or by people, but I'm able to see the example of what he said. And it's not like, oh, my dad said this every time, or he said that every time. But it's like, when you sit back and think about shit, like, you know how you'll get high and you sit back and hit a blunt, you be like 20 minutes later, you be like, damn, I see what, like, you start thinking about old random shit, and shit start making so much more sense. So I'll be having a lot of those moments, like, peace in my head, like, and the men around now, he just showed me he was a stand-up guy. He was willing to be the example and, like, die with that level of mystique that most men should die with, so that once you figure out those things that they wanted you to know that they didn't, directly tell you, it's like, wow, this is what made you great.
God.
So I love it.
Hey, bro. I'm glad that you had an opportunity to have his embrace, because most people maybe didn't grow up with a father in the house, or maybe had a father who didn't display emotions to either hug or embrace, like I said, in a moment where you didn't know what to do. So I'm glad that you got that, and that's something that's instilled in your heart, bro.
Gratitude.
And
gratitude, brother.
You mentioned that he showed you how to be the example.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you've been walking in that since I know. I'm gonna take this moment to give my boy his flowers, man. Like, you're literally going against the grain. You're literally going against the matrix. You're going against the system to say, I know some shit ain't right, and y'all ain't gonna keep hoeing me like y'all been doing. You show up in spaces as yourself. He show up and he's joyful, he's happy, he's passionate, and these not even words that I hear most, I'm gonna say, cultural or black men speak of with each other. But I knew if, like, the world was to end tomorrow, I want you by my side, because it's so rare to find a person that's fully and solely themselves. And I'm glad that you had your father to show you what valor looks like, to show you what, just to be your own self. You don't follow the crowd. And I'm grateful to know you, man.
Appreciate you.
You already know, bro.
That's the.
You already know, bro.
That's the, man. Gratitude, man. It's just learning, being around people. Like, I've been around a lot of people, but I took up a lot of space. And like, conversation is just something that I try to bring value to people. So just showing up, good attitude, like, but also bringing value. Like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Those two conversations with those two words that might take you 30 minutes to an hour just in conversation, depending on the person you're dealing with. So I just know, like, just really be who I say I'm going to be, and be that to the fullest, because I know how it feels to have impact. So I'm not saying I'm just trying to be impactful to the world, because, man, the world don't give a damn about no niggas. But I care enough to have integrity with my impact. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, so far we've spoken about your family, what you've experienced with grief and loss, the seeds that were implanted within you to become your best self because of that, because you know life is short and it can transition and change at any time. For someone who's listening, who's currently in a place of grief, like you said, no one can ever be fully healed.
Correct.
What do you feel like would be a word that would be nurturing to someone who's currently in a place where they have lost someone that they love that's close to them?
The best thing I could tell you to do is feel, number one, because I can't tell you how to feel, but I can tell you to feel. So I would tell them to feel. Because most people are like, oh, well, it's gonna be okay. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't tell nobody none of that. You just have to tell them it's okay to feel and just leave it at that. I don't say any more anything other than that. Number two is from that point, once you feel, you're gonna now start to think. But I need you to be able to. I need you to be able to, even if it's not logically, I need you to start thinking or moving towards things that can bring the best out of you. So if you might need to go painting, you might need to do some pottery, you might need to go outside and just walk in the park, you might need to go and just be around some people that got some good energy that's dancing, or do some jazz, or go to a speakeasy, or you might just need to get around a community of people, or you might need to go outside and scream, you might need to go hug a tree. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the simplicity. Like, I've learned that when my tea kettle is filled to the top, and it's with words or something that people can't help me with, I've learned to do the things that make me feel down to earth. If you need to take you some shrooms and take a moment and just relax, no drugs involved. You need to take a moment and you need to just journal. You need to take a moment, you just need to read. You need to take a moment, you just need to breathe. You just need to practice breath work. You take a moment, you just need to be able to call somebody that you can confide into, that you know will give you something of substance and conversation, that'll give you a mouthful of conversation, that'll make you act. Because you can have a full conversation with somebody that'll make you feel good, and that feeling good will run out. And you won't act. So I need people to be like more willing to be down to earth, willing to do things that aren't normal, willing to just be willing. Like Bob Marley said, I'm willing and able. Shit. I'm feeling down and out. I come up to the balcony and I get the looking and I get the, man, damn, nigga, we made it, man. Come on, homie. Or I get to call on one of y'all and I chime in with y'all and I'm seeing y'all life and I'm seeing y'all energy and I'm picking up what y'all putting down. So from there, I look outside and I go walking and somebody on the street laying on the ground and I'm sitting here like, man, I need to pick, if I put my problems down, I pick them back up expeditiously. So what am I saying, complaining about? And that's what I would tell people. You sitting at home, wherever you are in the world, don't ever think you got the worst situation. And I'm not taking away from your situation. I just need you to realize, like, if you go outside and you go see somebody that lives outside, and y'all put your problems down, y'all probably pick your problems back up. So just be a little bit more graceful and grateful for what you got.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
Almost definitely, because we got a lot, and a lot of the stuff I said was free to do. It's not costing no money, it's not costing no extra, it just takes the person. So if you feel offended, then that's you. I'm just giving you a solution. Shit, I don't give a damn what you do. I'm talking to the babies that's like this, knee high. Hey, you could do this. What's your favorite song? Are you reading? Do you know the Constitution? Do you know the Bill of Rights? I'm talking like that to the kids that I know, because I ain't talking to no grown ass adults that got a choice in the world and can function, and they don't give a fuck about making no right decision. If they did, they would already be doing it. We already be aligned. That's how me and you align right now. Let's break this shit down. So, the choices.
Feel like.
Of course, we all feel depression and pain, and we all get to a point and pinnacle where we about to explode. But it's like you literally have a choice to speak up or speak out. Even if you're not that person, like, be resourceful. Take a moment, and if you don't know what to do, put your phone down and go outside and put your feet in the ground. That's something free to do. Put your phone down and put your phone down and do some push-up, or sit down and do your workout. Put your phone down and sit here and, man, let me write something down right quick, man. This is how I'm feeling right now because I'm overwhelmed. Put your phone down and, man, let me sit here and figure out what I was that I did want to do, because I am passionate about this, but I'm really bullshitting and nobody else gonna be on my ass, so let me get on my own ass. Let's break it down. But y'all feel me? It's all free to do. I'm just talking because, I mean, they need to let me know when they ain't heard what I said.
Feel life, and it sounds like experience life. Feel life, experience life, because I started thinking about, like, what are we looking at?
All right, we outside with it. Hey!
We outside, we back.
Okay.
Run that back. Hey, good time out here, the missile. Let's get it.
All right, man. So we've been talking so far about your family history, what you've experienced in your life, and also it's not like it's basically revolved to a seed was planted in your life for you to start living.
Yeah.
Which means you took the blinders off. So, like, most people may not know what it means to be aware or what it means to be conscious. What would you say being aware and conscious means to you now?
Means everything, honestly. It's like in a world where like convenience has become more accessible and it's been more advertised. Like those components help me like bask in being myself, right? And I mean, it honestly means everything to me because it's like at the same time, like I have to like, we have so many things that put out here for us to kind of be guided, and it's like guardrails and being safeguarded, and it's like instead of using like we use AI, but we still gotta have the real I, which is the intelligence for AI, and we may use this or use these tools and things like this of this nature and these convenience of DoorDash and having the groceries to the house and having mail come to the house and you can be able to have your clothes clean and you can be able to have the milk. You ain't gotta wait on no milkman no more. Like it's so much convenience with living in a city like that. Convenience has just taught me to really hound down on the things that money can't buy and the humanity. And like the remaining in my humanity side, like the humanity got to kick in with me. Like I got at some point, yeah, I'm using AI, but my nigga, come on, I got to use my brain. I got to work my brain. I got to exercise my muscle, cause like things are great, but like we still like it's just like having a gun and oil in your gun. You got to make sure that shit still work. You
Absolutely.
can have this motherfucker as long as you want to, but you got to still make sure you putting in work when it matters at times. And that's what it all matter, like, cause I be able to fire this motherfucker missile off when I need to. When I'm in these folks' face and they talking this shit, I get in the courtroom and they talking like this. I know that legalese too. You lying to me? Your Honor, show your delegation of authority. Mr. Austin, we gonna need you to wait and let everybody else go, then we gonna let you go. Okay. So I'm talking some talk, huh?
Okay. So you just bought in the court system.
Yeah, man. They doing a shakedown.
Okay. What was the first thing that you learned that you felt wasn't right, but then you had the information to back it up that it wasn't right, or they been lying, or you found the truth?
Shit, the first question that somebody really posed a question to me that made sense was like, what law is it that says we got to pay bills? And shit, that shit made me think, like, but it made me think on the wrong side, like, and what I was learning, like, from them, like, was really a process and not really comprehension. So, like, I'm learning, like, that was a great question that was posed to me, but the teacher and what they were teaching wasn't, it was for the time in the journey being at that moment, but it was like a greater good at the end, and I'm at that greater good now, because now I see, okay, once I started to question everything, even court, like, who say I got to pay this bill? Who say I'm a person as prescribed in the statute? The statute says this, who say I'm that? Ask the judge certain things, who say, where's your delegation? Like, I started questioning certain things, but in the midst of me questioning certain things, I started to realize what mattered, and it's my capacity. Like, if you aren't in the capacity to hold trial, then you can't stand trial. So like, capacity matters, and that's my true argument, or I would say true stance, posture, spirit, and how I'm coming. Like, that made me realize, like, oh shit, like, once I figured out capacity, I figured out, okay, who told me I had to pay bills, and I figured out how is this applicable, the applicability of these statutes and words and court and everything. Okay. That's what made, once I started questioning the right stuff, and I got around the right group of people in niche, where I even questioned what they told me, because I'm questioning everything from what everybody's saying until I go do my research and realize, okay, this has some merit, or this legit, or okay, outside the AI, inside that I got to go read this with the real eye, so that when I go to the AI, I'm talking to the AI and I'm making sure that motherfucker know. Okay. So yeah, I'm coming with that. Man, listen, they don't even know about it. Amicus curiae, like amicus curiae brief or habeas corpus, so it's like so much shit you start to learn when you start to get into it, and you feel so empowered, but you really going down a way of thinking or teaching that somebody else's and not your own. So when I started to figure out myself in this, is like, that's when I figured out like that, okay, for one, we living in a presumption, and for two, like, we're keeping up with this presumption. So, like, it's like a muscle. If you don't exercise it, you're gonna really lose it. And I'm not saying you're losing your rights, but I'm just saying, like, if you're not using them, it's like they gonna be abusing them.
That's it.
So, rightfully so.
So, getting on this court talk.
Yeah, talk to me. And this is not legal advice, by the way. Just all theory and entertainment.
We spoke in a previous interview about what are bills, what is application, social security number, what's the principal, what's a trust. For someone who hasn't seen our previous video, and what are the basics of what it is that you found out through your research and study?
Man, I found out all that shit was false, man. I sat there and said all that bullshit. Nigga, y'all should have canceled me then. Nigga, y'all was in, it was one nigga in the comments that said some shit. Boy, I like to give that hat off to that nigga, boy. He ain't even know I knew. And nigga, it wasn't even no sovereign citizen talk. It was like me being so empowered to talk about some shit that I just learned, not even knowing I'm loud and wrong, my nigga. So once I figured out, like, that shit ain't nothing. Like, compared to definition, terms, applicability, scope, fucking controlling and governing law. Oh my God, it's subject matter, jurisdiction, capacity. Capacity is one, authority is another. Like, I have some nigga, I was led astray, rightfully so, and I got scammed. Yeah, I got scammed. I'ma lean in and say it. Yeah, I'm offended because I got scammed. Nigga, I'm offended by my own self. But at the same time, like, it took me to go through all that to realize the truth. So now when I go to court and I'm talking about capacity, and I'm speaking about me and my private capacity not engaged in business or taxable activity, because you gotta have evidence and proof of that, of course, and that's what we posing to the cops when they pull you over. You can be like, hey, one question before you give me a ticket. Like, can you show proof of evidence that I was engaged in business or a taxable activity? And then from there, that's a good question because it's a two-part question and they can't really answer it. So once I've got to the point of realizing that my answers of what I'm looking for in the law is at the beginning of everything, the table of contents is in the definitions, because the term makes the word makes the sentence makes the paragraph, and the paragraph makes the book. It's the terms they're using. So I took what I was learning then, fuck all that. We go back to the beginning. The remedy is in the beginning. Anything you do, the remedy is in the beginning with the definitions.
It's all in the root.
And the terms. And are you in that capacity at that time of said occurrence? Whatever it is. Think about it. Like, it's like having an avatar. Like, they want you in that capacity so that you can be liable to be charged under that statute. But if they haven't done the pre-filing investigation to be able to ensure that they are properly invoking the statute, they are properly doing the prerequisites to invoke the statute. So, meaning to say, like, it's okay, in order to invoke the statute, you have the prerequisites has to be satisfied. But if they aren't satisfied, then from there it's like you are now in a bad faith sense because you haven't done the pre-filing investigation in order to be able to say, hey, before I filed this case, I made sure that everything aligned. I checked all the elements off so that from that point, like, there isn't going to be any discrepancies later on down the line about what I supposed to have done at the initial outset.
Okay.
So it's
you,
been very interesting.
You learned that language, and I'm noticing that you're saying a few words over and over, which must mean that they're important.
Yeah.
And I heard you say capacity and delegation of authority. What is delegation of authority?
That's where the authority derives from. Like, a judge supposed to have delegation of authority derived from the treasury, because that is where gives them authority to be able to bind the judgment or do a judgment or order, or like they have to have delegation delegated from the treasury in order to initiate the case or even to act administrate over the case, period. Like you literally have to have delegation of authority specifically tied to my case, because you're bringing my private name into a public venue for public gain, for private gain at that, I meant to say, because it's a private municipality using my, it's not my name, but they're trying to call me in and say that you are the name, or I'm a you as prescribed in 20 CFR 422.42, something like that. Like, so when I talk about delegation of authority, I just speak from a space of like, okay, in order for we could hear this case, for us to do anything prior to the prerequisites that's supposed to be satisfied, this is one of them. So it's like a way of getting at the judge, where if the judge or the attorney, like the attorney supposed to, in order for them to have agency, principal-client relationship, or a client-counsel relationship, or whatever relationship may be, right? They have to have authority. They have to be able to bind their client to that judgment or that final order, but they have to have that derived from a certain specific place, whether it be the board of directors, whether it be from the owner of the said action that they're representing, whatever it is, they have to have that authority, and it's supposed to be proven, because it's a presupposed presumption that there is a relationship and that there is consent. So when you're coming to challenge the authority, you're coming in an unusual way, because most people don't even know about challenging authority. Like, that's a defense itself. That it's not like we're coming in good faith first before I come in to challenge you. Like, I'm gonna come send you a private notice. Hey, homie, I don't know, I ain't trying to, this ain't no attack, but like, show your authority. From there, they show their hand typically, that because they don't have it, that they be defensive, or the attorney, or the judge, they'll show by not doing what it is that you asked, and they dismiss the case, or they'll turn around and remove themselves from the case, or turn around and like a person will show you something in a way without saying it. Yeah. So when you pay attention to what you're doing and you really comprehend and understand what you're getting into, you'll see why delegation of authority really matters. That's the initial threshold argument that I wouldn't let go with nobody. I don't give a goddamn. The FBI could be coming. Boy, they better have authority. GBI, GBA, SBA. Nigga, hell you talking about? Everybody better have authority. Because if not, I'm attacking that and I'm staying there. Like, that matters. Having authority really matters. It's just like, for instance, that's like you telling me you got authority over me, and I'm a Burger King worker and you a McDonald's fucking boss. You work at McDonald's, how you telling you got the authority to work over me and not work at Burger King? It's a whole nother establishment. Yeah. You got to prove your authority. So it's, in essence, that's what we doing. We just telling them, hey, prove your authority. Like, before I get arguing all this shit, because I ain't trying to come at you in a bad way, but now that you took and ignored me when I emailed you privately, now I'm about to put it on the record so that we could talk about it. Cause shit, if I didn't respond, if I didn't say nothing, you'll get a default judgment against me, and I had to be paying y'all some money. Like, if I didn't do nothing, y'all would slam dunk on me all day. So now I'm doing something. Ain't no more slam dunkies, nigga. Shit, pass that rock.
Okay. So you're basically saying, like, majority of us or majority of the world go to court. Yeah. And they allow court to do what court does without them saying, prove to me that I am who you say I am, and that you have jurisdiction over my life, my governances, what I own, my time, my money, me clocking out of work to be here, me putting vacation in, me making arrangement for my kids to be straight. Yeah. Show me that I am who you say I am. And basically he's saying, when you say, prove this to me, they're running away.
Yeah, I'm just telling them, like, basically, show me that I'm bound. Show me that I'm statutorily bound, and show me that I fit the definition of what y'all say. Because these charges have a definition: driver, person, operator, fucking employee. Like, at the initial of the charge, the beginning, the outset, there has a word in there that they're using to put you, that ties into capacity, meaning you had the capacity to operate on behalf of that said legal entity, which is the artificial entity, the legal entity. You are in capacity of being a person under OCGA 1-2-1 or 1-1-3. And it talks about natural person and artificial person. And you look at the definition of these words and you're like, damn, how is this applicable to me? So I'm posing the same question to them. How am I bound to these definitions when the definition has a certain statutory framework that you're supposed to be in? The definition says it's not my opinion, so when I'm bringing a definition to the center, like, hey, this is what the definition say. How is it applicable to me? What the fuck? Okay, you don't want to answer this question. Okay, so now from here, do you have authority over me? Because I'm starting to believe you don't. And then from here, you don't answer, and then you show me by being nasty. Now I got to file on the record. So we doing a notice to the court, which is an abatement. That's like the strategy. Let me give you a little bit of strategy what we do, like on one side of town, right? Like we typically, I would do a notice to the court with anything, and that's just like an abatement, letting the people know, like, I don't agree with this shit, and I'm not amongst the class, or I'm not amongst those that can be charged. As federal rule, the civil procedure, Rule 17B speaks about there has to be a real party. Federal Rule of Civil Procedures, Rule 17B talks about real party of interest, real plaintiff, real defendant. Meaning, you sue me, I sue you, that's a real party of interest. There's no legal entities. We can come under our legal entities, which is our name, but we ain't coming on behalf of this corporation, this residential LLC, or this motherfucking GT Georgia Tech LLC or incorporation coming now and through our council. We ain't doing that. We coming from one man to another. That's the real thing that's supposed to happen. That's why the legal entity, like, it's so many loopholes. It's just you got to catch them on what they think you don't know. And when you catch them on it, boy, they looking at you, think you're gonna blow that shit up. I had an attorney tell me, man, this shit is highly unusual. But it's law though. So how is it highly you telling me that doesn't matter. Show that damn authority, boy. Or I'm on your ass like back pockets. I ain't letting up, cause shit, they'll slam dunk on me all day and don't get no fucking, go sleep good at night and get high off some that 2CB in Dominicana with one of them hoes at night. Nigga, shit, let me get a hoe and win me a settlement. I ain't bullshit.
Okay.
I ain't bullshit.
Okay.
I'm just learning what, like, I've took their style and I've just perfected with their style. That's all I did. So they showed me the game, attorneys. They showed me, oh nigga, we'll slam dunk on you, so I'm slam dunking back. Y'all don't be mad at me, this ain't no attack. And that's how I come all the time. Good faith, beats them.
So what has standing up against the system, learning truth, taught you about yourself?
Everybody playing, everybody lying, and don't nobody want to do nothing. But it takes for somebody to be bravado and like have a, like, somebody got to be willing to, like, I'm the motherfucker that's willing to sue, tort claim. I'm willing to go to City Hall. I'm willing to do some complaints. I'm willing to go and file a complaint with my local congressional office, Miss Nakima Williams. I'm willing to go do a complaint with the GBI, the FBI. I'm willing to do a complaint with the motherfucker goddamn, with the Federal Energy Commission. I'm willing to do a complaint with the Civil Rights Liberty Commission, the Civil Rights Liberties, CRCL, Civil Rights, Civil Liberties. I'm willing to do a commission with Department of Homeland Security. I'm willing to do a commission with a complaint with what is it, Transportation Security, what, TSA administration? Yeah, I'm gonna do a complaint with anybody. And I'm gonna call and talk to these people and get on the phone, let them know I'm so serious. And if you can't help me, I don't need you to give me legal advice.
So what is some information that's been on your mind for a while that you just wish that people known, or you wish that you could speak and people can understand you immediately?
Contracts. Shit, reading contracts, knowing terminology, knowing positions.
Okay.
But more to say stand up men. Shit. Contracts is number one. The stand up men is immediately right after that. I only say that, my nigga, because shit, we're gonna need to have these contracts in order to be able to do business. I mean, we don't have to do this shit, right? Because it's all voluntary. Like, we're volunteering to do this. If we stop playing, stop using our social, and we just start building and being resourceful for ourselves and self-sustainable, we wouldn't need the government, and there would be no need to have a relationship. Number one.
So what are you binding yourself to by contract?
A promise to pay You are being the full faith and credit, backed by the people. So you are that. You are being what is backed. You are the backing of what makes money valuable. So your full faith and credit and the promise to pay, which is the dollar, because it's nothing but a promise to pay. Hey, I promise to pay you. I promise to pay you. I promise to pay you, because that's what it was initially used for at the beginning. When you had bank money and you had gold in the bank, and you had these dollar greenbacks to be able to say, hey, I owe you, I owe you, I owe you, so you can be able to collect these amounts and get this amount of gold. So that was the initial, and then it went from that off the gold standard. I think 1978, Nixon took it off, and then we went to fiat. So now it's backed by full faith and credit. So I wouldn't say, we're voluntarily doing this. We're voluntarily doing contracts. We're voluntarily saying we gotta go get this new car and I gotta go get this new crib and I'm not reading the contract. Just give me the shiny thing and I don't want to read the contract. Let me sign right here, sign right here, sign right here. Then sign here, death row. We good to go.
Okay.
I got the car, I got the crib, I got the high rise. I feel good. Hey y'all, we living. Whole time, month to month, I'm getting ate up. So are you really living in a perpetual debt cycle that you volunteered for that has no end, that's gonna make you keep wanting more of the same things that's gonna keep you chained down? Are you really free? That's number one. Number two, the stand-up men, like the way the world going right now, like I just need the world to be able to like recognize when I say there's males, then there's men. There's males that we run across all day that ain't making no impact, that ain't put no footprint in the ground, that ain't picking up, they ain't got nothing to put down so that somebody else could pick up. But then there's men that you come around and you might come around and you feel the essence, so you know how to respect the man a little bit more. You know, like they come in and they talk, but through their actions of what you see is about something that you could be able to see. Okay, for instance, if I was a man, for instance, the men that was in my life, I was able to see what they were able to do as opposed to them telling me. So they could tell me shit all day, but like I'm looking at how you benefiting from your life, and I'm realizing, okay, well, your life is one thing, but you still could tell me something too. So I'm not gonna just base it just off of what you're benefiting too. And once I like kind of get an idea of where men stand with value and being impactful and speaking up and taking up space, because the man set the tone wherever they go. Men set the tone. The men that I know, not males, men. So the stand-up men, we need y'all right now. The world, my nigga, come on. Shit.
Hey, man,
you need y'all right
man.
now. That's the conversation. That's the last way I will end this conversation. Like, men, like, y'all, like, we could no contract, we could no law, we could be trying to put it together on that foot. But if y'all ain't willing to stand up and like just have a voice, be heard. Like, we just need to hear y'all. Even if y'all ain't trying to teach or just trying to be out here, be on a platform, like, we just need to hear y'all niggas. Like, it's men out here, and I'm not saying it ain't, because there are. I'm placing myself around those men. I'm just saying, hey, men, just get around men that want to be men, that want to teach other men, that want to be teachable, that you could be able to lean on, and they word cannot lead you to no grave, but it can lead you to some money, it can lead you to a better life, it can lead you to being better, bring the best out yourself. Like, men come around and set the tone for other men. When I get around other men, I feel a duty is owed or bestowed upon me, invested in me to be able to tone myself up, because I know I'm in the presence of real men that, like, not because of what they could shoot them up, but because the simple fact that people could sit down and listen, grandma listen, auntie listen, uncle listen. When people listen to when people be able to work a word that they were given from this man, when a man is able to come down and lay law and people actually give respect, when people are being able to receive what this man is putting down, when his presence is actually celebrated and not tolerated, when the fact that a man coming in, he knowing how to be able to balance out the household, balance out a woman, balance out the kids, balance out his life on top of that, and still be a man where there ain't no outset for you to be able to go and talk about what's going on in your life besides the men in the barbershop and the conversation there at the bars and shit. So yeah, for sure. Shoot, I just speak for the people that look like me and just scared to speak, my nigga. Shit, I just know, hey, y'all get around some men, man. Fellas, don't be, the women just gonna keep talking. Let the motherfuckers keep talking. The bitches talk, but the women and ladies, listen and learn. So just pay attention what your crowd is. And like I say, man, take up space, man. Cause shit, if not, stay offended. Shit, what can I say? Like, as long as I evoke some emotion, we'll see you on the next episode.
Okay.
Watch the fire ride, black man.
Man. A pleasure and an honor, big dog.
Pleasure and an honor, and it's organic, man. And all I got to say is, Shit, at the end of the day, today do got to end, so hey, don't let this word die on a deaf ear, man. Yours truly, BMW, Black Man, working. It's another episode. We want to thank the man behind the camera, of course. I seen the vision before the provision came, so I was like, let me holler at you. We put it together, so stay tuned. Next episode, man. Peace.
Grateful. Hey, man, he already closed it out, so we're going to see you on the next one, man. Keep your eyes peeled for all the fake shit. Keep your chest high and your chin up. 1 foot at a time. Until next time.